As Pornchai and Captain Pao circle, yelling for their blood, Chu and Tien contemplate how far they can push the column in the opening scene of Dr. Climax Episode 4. When Linda enters, she tells them that Nat has already been seen by the police. Tukta, meanwhile, is obsessed with the note she discovered in Nat's office. She keeps being a devoted, good wife, but she keeps a close eye on Nat. The problem is made worse by Nat's mother's persistent interference. Tukta thinks Nat was bored with her when he wrote the letter to Dr. Climax. She begins by expressing her regret to her mother-in-law for disappointing her. Nat's mother wonders if there is a problem and instantly phones his office. The inquisitive receptionist informs her about Nat's encounter with Tien and the police storming and hunting for Dr. Climax. Because she makes snap judgments, Nat's mother employs a private eye to spy on her son. However, Permpol, Linda, Tien, Chu, and Nat meet in secret in a van to discuss the tracker and decide how to proceed. Nat pieces the puzzle together after reading the letter that accompanied the tracker and discovers that Captain Pai is the man who has a red pant fetish and is tracking his wife. He gently admonishes Captain Pao to back off in his subsequent piece. When Pornchai meets with the captain, he is taken aback when the officer informs him that he is too busy to handle a small matter. He advises Pornchai to write a letter to Dr. Climax, but when the MP threatens him, he withdraws. To quench Pornchai's need for a strong lead. Saying that only Tien is able to write like that, he gestures toward Tien. A few days later, Tien tells Nat that his reply to Captain Pao was successful when he drops off the letters. Tien requests that Nat tone it down even if he is free to resume working at the office. They are unaware that the PI is taking photos of them cuddling and seeming intimate. Linda is at the art department and is slowly falling in love with Nat. She can't stop thinking about him. Though she keeps it quiet, she is happy that he will soon be returning to the office. When Nat gets back to the office, a woman worries in writing that her husband is seeing another woman and that she is bored in bed. The woman is asking for assistance in stopping her husband from having an affair. Nat answers that the woman is not at blame and that she ought to attempt making some changes in the bedroom by finding out what her spouse enjoys doing and catching him off guard. While scenes of him and Linda having wild sex in the office play, Nat reads the letter in the background. Permpol sees them this time, but more significantly, he discovers by coincidence that Nat is married. As the days go by, Nat's mother meets with the PI and becomes increasingly disturbed by the images of Nat embracing Tien. She requests that the PI investigate further and get back to her right away. Tien is still not aware that he is being followed by Pornchai and the PI. He's more worried about something else. You see, his confidence is being negatively impacted by his inability to achieve an erection. Upon reviewing Dr. Climax's reply, Tukta modifies her look in the hopes that Nat will approve. Nat, on the other hand, doesn't even notice and declines to eat the meal Tukta prepared for him. Upping her game, Tukta bought some lingerie. She helps Linda get some red underwear when they happen to cross paths. It is a secret to both women that they are having sexual relations with the same male. When Tukta wears the lingerie for Nat the following night, he questions why she has changed. Even if she is willing, he says the lingerie is different from her, and he doesn't want her to change for him. When Tukta confronts him, she tells him that she has been making a lot of effort to catch his attention and that he feels distant. He comforts her, saying there's nothing wrong and he likes her just the way she is, as she begins to cry. When Nat tries to distance himself from Linda the next day at work, she questions him about his condition. Nat, however, bolts and won't say anything. Nat claims he has a problem, but no one can help him as Linda chases him away. Linda wonders what they are, disagreeing. Tukta arrives at the newspaper office as Nat and Linda are conversing, but she is unable to see them. Permpol detects her swiftly and diverts her attention.